Good evening. My name is Forrest Goff, and today I'll be giving a presentation on penetration testing. What is penetration testing exactly? Well, to start off, a penetration test, otherwise known as a pen test or ethical hacking, is an authorized simulation of a cyber attack on a system. It's designed to evaluate and improve system security. Now, if you are pen testing, you're given certain information conditions. The main three are black box, which is only basic or no information is given besides the company name. Then there's white box, which is background and system information are provided. And then lastly, there's gray box, which is a combination of white and black, but with only limited information shared. Now, there's 6 main types of penetration testing. There is external network penetration testing. There is internal network penetration testing. There is social engineering penetration testing. There is physical penetration testing. There is wireless penetration testing. And there is application penetration testing. We're going to move on and go ahead and define all these. So first off, we have external network testing. Now, external network testing mainly looks at publicly available information or external facing assets like company emails, cloud-based applications, and websites. Using the available information, the pen tester can leverage vulnerabilities to gain access to the network. Moving on to internal network penetration testing. In this simulation, the pen tester will most often play the role of a malicious employee or someone with some level of legitimate access to the network. This could be like pretending that you work there, or somebody that does work there that is going to try to sell information from the system to someone else. Now, pen testers can look at the potential impact of confidential information that could be disclosed, could be altered, misused, or destroyed. Now for social engineering testing, this one's actually one of my favorites. This type of penetration testing will test how susceptible staff or workers are to leaking confidential information. This usually involves either gaining the trust or tricking an employee into disclosing information they shouldn't. Social engineering is you're basically being a glorified actor. For instance, you could pretend to be a manager and you're going to go up to a random employee that you pretend works under you, and you tell them to give you log information to something or to send money somewhere. Next up is physical penetration testing. Physical penetration testing simulates a physical breach of a system or security controls by an intruder. This could be anything from fake delivery personnel or just breaking into the area of question. Now, generally, this is the type of penetration testing that you see in action movies and stuff like that, where they have to break into some high tower building and steal some data drive or something like that. Or they have to plug a data drive into a system and then escape because the data drive is going to put malware on it or something like that. That's what physical penetration is. Now for wireless penetration testing. Wireless penetration testing involves being in the range of the wireless connection and eavesdropping on the wireless traffic by exploiting a vulnerability in the network. Now, there are literally point and click tools that can be used to do this. So it's very important to guard against them because if you're a malicious user that's trying to gain access to the network, you need basically no experience or prior training to be able to do it. You can literally just go down, download something like Kali or something like that, which has basic point and click tools that can crack systems. And moving on to application penetration testing. Application pen testing focuses on vulnerabilities within applications. This goes from design and development to implementation and use. Flaws will be looked for in the application security protocols, such as missing patches or exploits in externally facing web applications. Now, why is this important for e-commerce? Well, pen testing can help detect any number of security threats on whichever e-commerce site is in question. So the different, just examples of different ones. You have Amazon, there's Shopify, there's eBay, basically any site that's similar to those. Really important, since a lot of people have their payment info on Amazon and other similar sites. So you definitely don't want any exploits or leaks on that. Now, if an ethical hacker can find a weakness or gain control of information, that means less friendly, more malicious people can do it as well. Now, if the pen testing is successful, you'll be able to view reports of highlighted weaknesses, and you'll have a basis of how to fix them, which is pretty nice. Continuing on. Now, without pen testing, every exploit, every vulnerability, every weakness that is found with pen testing would only become known after they were already found and abused by more malicious hackers. By using pen testing, you can keep the e-commerce site information and its customers' information safe. Because the last thing you want if you're running an e-commerce site is to have your information and your customers' information leaked, which happens to Sony. I'm pretty sure it's happened to Sony on their Sony Play Store multiple times in the past 2 years. Now, for the on-premise systems versus cloud systems penetration testing, we already went over the 6 main types of penetration testing, but penetration testing systems that are located on-premise versus on the cloud are extremely different. So for on-premise, for example, you could use physical penetration, something that requires you to actually go there and mess with the system yourself. While with cloud penetration testing, you could use, for example, network penetration testing or an application penetration testing. Now, why is pen testing needed to meet compliance exactly? Well, no company likes paying extra fines, and you need pen testing to meet data security regulations and avoid fines. It can also give management justifiable reports that they can use. It can go ahead and test if measures that you already have in place are working. Probably one of the most important things is risk prioritization. It can tell you what could go wrong and which one of those things that could go wrong is most important. And last but not least at all is showing the consequences of what can happen. What exactly is going to go wrong if you don't fix these vulnerabilities or these exploits or these weaknesses? That is why penetration is needed to meet compliance. And that concludes my presentation on pen testing. If there are any questions, and the sources that I used. All right, thank you very much. Once again, my name is Forrest Goff. Have a nice night.